When Pokemon base set rolled around, it came with 4 theme decks that were introductories to the game. I remember many of us bought those when we were kids, but I don't recall anyone really playing them. I know for a fact most of us took the cards out of them and used them to make our own decks or to write them off our checklist of what we were missing. I've always been curious on what the potential of these decks were, if any. Were they just theme decks made for some simple gameplay, or was there something amazing to them that went unnoticed? The 4th and last theme deck to appear in base set was Blackout. See here, it says, leave your rivals in the dark as you destroy their energy with the fighting and water Pokemon in this Blackout deck. Oh, okay, that's what's called Blackout. How amusing. Oh, get it? Blackout because you got energy, and you need energy to power up electronic device, blah 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 blah. Aren't they funny? And of course, a nice little list of cards here. The goal of Blackout deck is to eliminate your opponent's energy cards, so that his or her Pokemon are helpless, and then to defeat them with your own Pokemon, well, I'd imagine. The deck's Pokemon mix is made more powerful by the addition of some more involved Pokemon, Starmie and Blastoise. The energy destruction there is supported by the addition of Dragonair and another super energy removal. Interesting, okay. So there's the remove and there's the add. Energy cards first. This deck came with 16 fighting energy cards and 12 water energy cards. So this was a more fighting oriented, or at least fighting type Pokemon focused deck. Taking a look at the water cards first, since it's the least evolved, you have 3 Staryus, 4 Squirtles, and 2 War Turtles. This does include 2 colorless cards actually, 2 Farfetch'ds. And for the fighting type, you have 3 Sandshrew, 3 Onix, 4 Machops, 2 Machoke, and the holo a Hitmonchan. Ooh, look how scuffed this Hitmonchan is. Look at that peel right there. The Essence Special is almost gone. That's so painful to look at. And of course, trainer cards. Gust to Win, Professor Oak, very useful. Plus power, super energy removal, get rid of energy cards. 4 energy removal, so it wasn't kidding. That's a lot of energy removal for a basic theme deck. Now to take a closer look at the water Pokemon. Staryu, 40 HP, 1 water energy card for slap, 20 damage. So very straightforward. 20 damage for just 1 energy card. You'd want to put that up front, obviously, just to slap stuff. Squirtle, 40 HP, 1 energy card, bubble. Flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is not paralyzed, 10 damage with a stall. And then withdraw 2 energy cards, 1 colorless, 1 water. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all damage done to Squirtle during your opponent's next turn. Any other effects still happen. So it only prevents damage, not any kind of like poison or paralyze. For those. And War Turtle, 70 HP. First attack, withdraw. It's the same exact thing as the withdraw from Squirtle, so I'm not going to talk about that again. Then 3 energy cards, 2 colorless, 1 water for bite, 40 damage. Nothing really too special about any of that. Look at the fighting type again. Sandshrew, 40 HP. Only attack, Sand attack. 1 fighting energy card. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flip a coin. If tails, that attack does nothing. So Sand attack, kind of like the irritating Sand attack back in the Game Boy game. Onix comes to 90 HP, so that's pretty big for a basic Pokemon, 90 HP. But Rock Throw, its only attack, 1 fighting energy card, 10 damage. It's not really that impressive. Harden, second attack, 2 fighting energy cards. During your opponent's next turn, whenever 30 or less damage is done to Onix after applying weakness or resistance, prevent that damage. Any other effects still continue. So, interesting. Machop, 50 HP, 1 fighting energy card, low kick, 20 damage. Pretty straightforward again. Machoke, 80 HP, first attack Karate Chop, 3 energy cards, 2 fighting, 1 colorless. Does 50 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on Machoke. So starts at 50, starts going down on every damage counter on it, but 1 more energy card, you get the submission instead. 2 colorless, 2 fighting. Machoke does 20 damage to itself, so ouch, not sure about that. Hitmonchan, regarded as one of the best Pokemon from the base set era. 70 HP, first attack, jab for 20 damage for 1 fighting energy card, or Special Punch, which is very damaged. 40 to attack for 3 energy cards, 2 fighting, 1 colorless. To be honest, I think they kind of missed an opportunity here to put Machamp in here instead of Hitmonchan, but let's take a look at everything together and see how that flows. And on the color side, only 2 Farfetch'ds with 50 HP. First attack, Leak Slap, 1 colorless energy card. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Either way, you can't use this attack again as long as Farfetch'd stays in play. Even putting Farfetch'd on the bench won't let you use it again. And then the second attack, 3 colors energy cards, pop smash, 30 damage. The goal of Blackout deck is to eliminate your opponent's energy cards so that his or Pokemon are helpless, and then defeat them with your own Pokemon. Okay. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 energy removals and a super energy removal. Well, it definitely is doing that whole entire remove energy from your opponent's Pokemon thing. So that it's got that covered at least. To get in terms of attacking into Machoke, 1 energy card for 20, 1 energy card for 20, 1 energy card for 20, 1 energy card for 10, 1 energy card for 10. So it does have a lot of quick attacks coming at your opponent. Sandshrew and Squirtle will be the only ones that are going to be stalling out attacks. And if you put Word Turtle down, you can always do withdrawal to keep stalling out. So that'll give you time to empower that up. And also Hitmonchan, you can pull that up front with its 20 damage attack and its 40 damage attack and power that up. And if you keep throwing down energy removal, your opponent will be able to have a chance to power them up. But where does Farfetch'd fit in all this? Well, Farfetch'd will be up front as well with Sandshrew and Squirtle. The 1 energy card for 30 damage, it's pretty nice, but that's a one-time only kind of thing. So after that, you have to use Pop Smash. You might have to consider if you want to put more energy cards on it or not. This is pretty straightforward though. I mean, there's not much strategy going in here other than just having low attack Pokemon attack and energy removal, removing energy from your opponent's Pokemon. And for the remove and add to change up the deck, you're moving 2 fighting energy cards, 1 Sandshrew, 3 Onixix, 2 Farfetch'd, 1 Gust of Wind, 1 plus power. You're adding 2 water energy cards, 2 Starmies, 1 Blastoise, 3 Tritinis, 1 Dragonair, and 1 super energy removal. Interesting choice. So talking about the Starmies first. Staryu's Evolution Starmie, 60 HP. First attack, recover 2 water energy card. Discard 1 energy card attached to Starmie in order to use his attack. Remove all damage counters to Starmie, so it's a heal. Second attack, Star Freeze. 3 energy cards, 2 colorless, flip a coin. If heads, defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. So it's a stall attack for 20 damage. That's a lot to invest, honestly. For a stall, a paralyzed stall, 3 energy cards, you have to evolve it, have a Staryu out to begin with, 20 damage. I don't know about that, it's a lot to invest. What's interesting is a Dratini, choice of putting Dratini in Dragonair though. So Dratini, 40 HP, 1 colorless energy card, pound for 10 damage. You're adding 3 of those. You're dropping 3 Onixes basically for 3 of those. And then Dragonair, 80 HP, 3 energy cards for first attack slam, flip 2 coins, attack does 30 damage times never head, so potential 60 damage there. And then 4 energy cards, that's a lot of energy cards for Hyper Beam. If the defending Pokemon has any energy cards attached to it, choose one and discard it for 20 damage. So that's a lot of energy cards you're attaching to do only 20 damage, but you're moving an energy card of your opponent. And losing energy cards is a big deal because you can't attack if you don't have the energy cards. Get the super energy removal and the Blastoise with 2 water energy. Ooh, look at this Blastoise. Look how scuffed this Blastoise is. Look at that. It's a whole lot of damage on there. Look at it. It's all creased and water damage. I don't know what that is. Not to make a pun with water, but look at that Blastoise. I don't even remember how I got this Blastoise. This was not my Blastoise. My Blastoise is a better condition one. This one, I really don't remember how I got it. I didn't buy it. I know I got it when I was a little kid, but I forgot how I got it. But dang, that's a lot of damage. Oh, of course, Blastoise itself does a lot of damage with Rain Dance. The Rain Dance ability it has, its Pokemon Power, allows you to drop as many water energy cards you want onto your water-type Pokemon. And then, of course, 40 damage from its attack. Hydro Pump, which does 10 damage more for every energy card attached to it. Water energy card, but no more than 2. So it does max damage at 60 damage. But I think it's a very interesting choice that they're choosing to put in Dratini and Dragonair, just like a whole new Pokemon line. I don't think powering up Staryu with Starmie was really a great idea, because it's not like Starmie brings a whole lot into the battle. Giving Squirtle, War Turtle, the option for Blastoise, so you would use Blastoise to power up Starmie in itself. Doing that Pokemon Power doesn't help Hitmonchan or Machoke really. It doesn't help Dragonair either. So you're not going to be able to power them up. You're only going to be powering up Starmie. But you want to get someone like Dragonair powered up because that's going to keep removing energy cards from your opponent. On top of having 4 energy removals and super energy removal, it's like this deck was trying to cover many bases at once for a Steam deck. And looking at it now, it looks a little too involved. Like they couldn't decide if they want to make it go all the way towards Blastoise and have a water Blackout deck, so to speak. Because if you wanted to do Blastoise They honestly should have just got rid of Starmie and maybe Staryu and put in Pokemon Trader and Pokemon Breeder, so you can go from Squirtle to Blastoise really fast with Pokemon Breeder, or use Pokemon Trader to get Wartortle or Blastoise if you have one or the other, or neither one. And if they wanted to go with Dragonair, or at least increase the chance of Dragonair being a focus on the energy removal portion of this deck, they could have just removed all 3 of the Sandshrews and just have the 3 Dratinis already in the deck, and then you just add the Dragonair and maybe add another Dragonair. Looking back at this, the goal of Blackout is to eliminate your opponent's energy cards so that his or her Pokemon are helpless. Okay, well, Dragonair, 4 energy removals, 2 super energy removals, it does cover that basis. And then to defeat them with your own Pokemon. Well, Blastoise is going to power itself up really fast. Hitmonchan needs very little to power itself up, and Machoke, prior to Machoke, with Machops, those don't require a lot of energy to do 20 damage as one. It's pretty good. So it looks like with this theme deck, if you went with what came right out of the box, you're using Staryu, Squirtle, Sandshrew, Onix, and Farfetch'd to rather stall out or to do low energy high attacks or low energy and quick attacks with Hitmonchan powering up Machoke. If you do the alternate option, you're using Blastoise to power that up, water energy cards powering up Starmie, and powering up Dragonair to keep knocking out energy cards of your opponent. That's a lot going on in this deck.